Today we are going to talk about top-down and bottom-up budgeting and the ultimate showdown between them. Imagine you're planning a wedding. Do you start by saying we have $30,000 to spend, figure it out? Or do you, as a method, price out every single detail from flowers to cake and add it all up? Congratulations, you have just discovered the fundamental divide in the business world, the top-down versus bottom-up budgeting. And the approach you choose can make or break your company's financial future. So let me set this up for you. Picture two companies both planning their budgets for next year. The company's CEO, he walks into a room and declares, we have made $10 million last year, we are growing 20%, so we'll make $12 million next year. Marketing gets $2 million, sales get $3 million, operations get $4 million. Done. That's top-down budgeting. Decisions flowing from the mountaintop. Meanwhile, company B starts in the trenches. Every department manager, they calculate exactly what they need. We need 5 new salespeople at $80,000 each, plus $200,000 for software, plus $150,000 for travel. They build up from every line item until they reach a total. And that is bottom-up budgeting. So the top-down deep dive is, let's dive deeper into the top-down budgeting. Think of it like being the director of a movie with a fixed budget. The studio gives you $50 million and says, make magic happen. You allocate chunks to different departments, $20 million for actors, $15 million for special effects, $10 million for locations. It's fast, it's decisive, and keeps everyone aligned to the big picture. However, there's a beauty of top-down though. And that is the speed and strategic focus. When Netflix decides to spend $15 billion on content, they don't start by counting every script and every actor's salary. They look at the subscriber growth, they look at the competitive pressure, and they look at the market opportunity, and then work backwards. It forces difficult prioritization conversations up front. But here's a dark side of top-down. It can be completely disconnected from reality. I've seen CEOs allocate budgets that would require the sales team to literally work 25 hours a day to achieve. When you're budgeting from 30,000 feet, you miss the ground level obstacles that can derail everything. So now let's go into the bottom-up deep dive and find out what that is all about. Bottom-up budgeting is the opposite philosophy. It's like building a house by pricing every nail, every board, every hour of labor, and then add it all up and roll it all up. And each department manager, they become an architect of their own destiny. They justify every expense with surgical precision. And the magic of bottom-up is the accuracy and buy-in. When your marketing manager says they need $500,000 for lead generation, they can show you exactly how that translates to 50,000 leads at $10 each. And that will convert to 500 customers generating $2 million in revenue. The math checks out because it's built from real market data and actual capacity constraints. Plus, there's psychological ownership. When people build their own budgets, they are more likely to hit them. They control their own destiny. It's the difference between being told you must run a 6-minute mile versus calculating that you can run a 6-minute mile based on your current training and improvement plan. So here's a reality check. Bottoms up has its own trap as well. It can become a wish list disguised as a budget. Give someone a blank sheet of paper and they'll find a way to justify needing everything. I've seen bottom-up budgets that would require companies to triple their revenue just to break even. So here's a truth that most finance textbooks will not tell you. The best companies do not choose one approach, they use both. Amazon, they start top-down with strategic priorities. We are investing heavily in logistics this year. And then they validate that with bottom-up, detailed operational planning. They iterate between the two until reality and ambition, they meet in the middle. So there's a hybrid solution to it, and I'll talk about it in much more detail later on. And it's about smart budgeting and how it looks. You start top-down, you set the strategic framework, and you set the overall constraints. If you're a startup burning through investor money, you might say, we have 18 months of runway, we need to hit profitability, we have to work backwards. That means that we can spend maximum $500,000 on customer acquisition. Then go bottom up within these constraints and let your teams build detailed plans that add up to something achievable but within the constraints. Then, and this is crucial, test those plans against market reality. Can your sales team actually close that many deals? Can your product team actually ship that many features? Can your marketing team actually generate that many qualified leads? So the companies that win are not the ones with perfect budgets. They are the ones whose budgets create accountability while remaining flexible enough to adapt when reality inevitably differs from the plan. Whether you start from the top or the bottom, the key is ending up with a budget that your entire team believes in and can actually execute. Because the best budget in the world is worthless if nobody can deliver on it. Hence, it's always a hybrid. Look at the top down, look at the bottoms up, and meet in the middle. And that works out best at the high level of leadership and at the field level of execution. Thank you.